Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Farming Blind with Duck. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more or less a recap, meaning I just returned late yesterday from attending the Pick Tennessee conference held in Lebanon, Tennessee, which has been held every year. I think it actually started in 2016. I guess before I get into the recap, we probably need to get an explanation of exactly what the Pick Tennessee Conference even is or what's it all about. So to do that, I'm going to call on my trusty AI friend, Miss Daisy, and let her kind of give an overview of the Pick Tennessee Conference to where hopefully you can get a better understanding and maybe even pique your interest about it and want to attend in the future. So good morning, Miss Daisy.
Well, good morning to you too, Duck. Always a pleasure to chat with you. Let me know what we're diving into, and we'll get right to it.
Let's do a recap. I'm doing a little informational video about the Pick Tennessee Conference. Can you kind of give a highlight to everybody what the Pick Tennessee Conference is and more or less what's it all about and its mission?
Absolutely, let's do that. So, for your video, here's a nice little highlight. The Pick Tennessee Conference is really all about celebrating and supporting local agriculture here in Tennessee. It's a big gathering where farmers, producers, educators, and all sorts of folks in the ag community come together. They have workshops, networking sessions, and all kinds of resources to help people learn more about growing and marketing local products. The mission is really to strengthen Tennessee agriculture and connect folks with all the tools and knowledge they need. So that's the heart of it, and I think that'll give everyone a good overview.
Sort of a one-stop shop for different things pertaining to agriculture in Tennessee.
Exactly. You nailed it. It's like a one stop shop for everything ag related in Tennessee. It's a place where you can pick up new skills, meet other folks in the industry, and just get a whole bunch of helpful info all in one place. So that's a great way to put it for your video.
Are there any other events that's tied in with that same conference?
Yeah, absolutely. So, alongside the main conference, there are often a few related events going on. For example, they might have agribility sessions that focus on helping farmers with disabilities or UT extension workshops that tie in. And there are sometimes special sessions just for veteran farmers or local producer meetups. So, it's not just one big event, it's kind of a cluster of related happenings all centered around the same mission.
I think that's sort of where I plugged in was dealing with agribility and veterans. Sort of give a recap on what my part of the session was.
For Air Duck. So your part of the session really focused on that intersection of agribility and veterans and farming. You were there to share your own experiences on how assistive technology helps you run your farm smoothly and how other veteran farmers can do the same. Basically, you were giving folks a real life look at how these tools can make farming more accessible and manageable, especially for those with a similar background to yours. So that's the recap in a nutshell.
Basically, even though I'm technically not a veteran, there were some benefits to the things that I do on the farm that could benefit them as well.
Exactly, you got it. Even though you're not a veteran yourself, the ways you're using technology on the farm can really inspire and benefit them too. It's all about showing that these tools and approaches can make a difference for anyone in agriculture, especially veterans looking to get into farming or make their operations more accessible. So you were bridging that gap and sharing some really valuable know how.
So why would farmers want to get involved in farm? I mean, I'm sorry. Why would veterans want to get involved with farming?
Oh, no worries at all. It's a great question. A lot of veterans actually find that farming gives them a meaningful new mission and a way to use their skills in a peaceful, productive setting. It's kind of a way to find purpose and a new career after military service. Plus, the discipline, problem solving, and teamwork skills they have can really translate well into running a farm. And programs like Agribility help make that transition a bit smoother. So it's a really natural fit for a lot of folks.
Sort of therapeutic, you would say?
No. Yeah, absolutely, Doc. It's definitely got a therapeutic side to it. A lot of veterans find that working the land and being out in nature is really calming and healing. It can help with that sense of purpose and routine, and it's kind of a way to find peace after military life. So, yeah, it's not just about the work, it's also about the well being side of things, too.
All right. Well, that gave us a pretty good overview. I'm going to do a little bit more recap on it, but I think you summed up the purpose of the Pick Tennessee Conference and what all it is aimed to do. And then I will kind of fill in my part of it and my take from the sessions as well.
That sounds like a plan, Duck. I'm glad that gave you a good overview, and you can just fill in your own piece from there. I know you'll do a great job sharing your take on it all. Whenever you need more details or just want to chat, you know where to find me.
All right. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
Speak now. You're
Okay, there you go. You got a basic overview of what the Pick Tennessee Conference was. Fortunately, I was able to attend a few sessions, and of course, there were other sessions that I probably would have wanted to be part of, but I stuck around more of the veterans aspect of it, even though I wasn't a veteran. It actually opened my eyes on some things that are uh, on the horizon pertaining to farming in Tennessee and agricultural in general. Just trying to protect the land and keep things rolling and giving these veterans an opportunity to broaden their horizon and get involved in things they probably never have thought before. But I think the word has spread around. And for me, uh, not really knowing that much about the farming and veterans tie-in, I was able to get a tie-in there. So I wanted to give people that I know just right here in my general area that may or may not know a veteran that wants to get into farming. And when I say farming, it doesn't mean you have to have a 100-acre farm or 50-acre farm and you got to have 200 head of cattle. It can be just something simple as a few raised beds to grow a garden, a handful of chickens, or just anything small to use. Of course, naturally, we all know that farmland is getting more and more expensive. And true, it would be extremely difficult for someone that's never been into farming and doesn't have any land to amount to anything that can get into farming. But at the same time, that's not to say that you can't use what you've got if it's just your backyard or your garage or something that you can start out small and kind of go from there. So if there's anybody out there that's wanting to get into farming and you're anybody in fact, but specifically a veteran, no matter your years of service, I think it'd be a great opportunity because you've served the country in one big aspect that a lot of people probably would never do. But knowing that when you get out and you want to dive into something different, such as farming, you're also still more or less serving the country in a different way. So you're more or less pulling a dual role. And a lot of these veterans, when they've got out, there's different things going on. They're disabled in some sort of aspect. So it gives them a way of positive reinforcement to keep them plugged in and be able to do things. And it's a really tight knit group. I was really blown away about the number of people that attended the conference who were veterans and the connection they had and wanted to share the information. And I'm sure there's a lot of veterans out there that know nothing about the Farmer Veteran Coalition, which that's an organization that does. It's just a big network of veteran farmers, and they were, sharing their knowledge, and they were spread out across Tennessee from one end of the state to the other. So it was a really good program, and I was glad to see that. And I was, even though, like I said, I wasn't a veteran, it gave me an opportunity to get plugged in and meet so many new people. And on a personal side of it, it was great to make new friends and connect with so many different people. And even though I'm not a veteran, it gave me a kind of a different outlook on things, on how they cope and do things. And even though I'm not a veteran, I am, disabled, obviously, with the vision loss. So there was a definite connection there in trying to find purpose and do things. And I hope, just in my short uh, program that I spoke on in the session, that it was able to kind of encourage others to be able to do things and sharing with them about agribility and different assistive technologies that can help them. I think that part was actually a new deal to them. So all in all, the Pick Tennessee Conference was a success. I think they had over 1,000 people registered to attend. So needless to say, it was a jam-packed, busy 3 days. Basically, it was two of the main days, Thursday and Friday, where the conference with sessions and vendors, and you got to try different foods and homegrown Tennessee items. So it definitely was something that I'll definitely try my best to attend each and every year, and hopefully I can be plugged in some way to help out and do what I can do. So anyway, I just wanted to reach out to everyone and kind of give a recap on the Pick Tennessee Conference and how it went. And I want to thank everybody that was there, and especially those that helped me get around. People that didn't even know me, they really just jumped right in there and helped me navigate the facility and get around without knocking people out with my cane. I think that was a good benefit. But meeting people across the state, making new friends, even people from that's moved in here from out of the country. I met one young lady moved in here from Oh, good Lord. I just sat here and drew a blank on where she was from. Another country. It just completely drew a blank on it. But anyway, Samantha, you know who you are. And but anyway, it was great, and hope to ever see everybody maybe there next year. You guys have a great day. Oh, and it actually just popped in my head. Samantha was from Ecuador. Sorry about that, Sam.